So here is something that I was shocked about, like jaws on the floor, shocked because I was not expecting it to be sold out. The Mugler x H&M collaboration. The thing about fast fashion is, and then hope to be the first in the market, of course compromise होते हैं, poor क्वालिटी फैब्रिक यूज़ होते हैं, स्टिचिंग बहुत बकवास होती है. अब किसको पता वर्किंग कंडीशन भी अच्छा है कि नहीं, स्टाफ को पेमेंट मिल भी रहा है कि नहीं, कहाँ पे ये स्टिचिंग और फैब्रिकेशन सब हो रहा है. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जो हमें मिलता है वो होता है बेकार सड़ा हुआ कपड़ा. सो यू आर पेइंग फॉर द डिज़ाइन एंड द नेम, दैट्स ऑल, not the quality of the fabric, because Sabyasachi is known for his quality of work as well as great designs. So I was severely disappointed, but this Mugler was like a shocker ki it got sold out. Crazy. I don't know where are these people going to wear these outfits and go to. Yeah. Anyways, what's up, you beautiful people? This is Aditi, and you're listening to Kaipan Aditi, where we talk about anything and everything, past, present, and future, and overthink it all. Yes, we do. Today, we will talk about Cannes Film Festival and the hate around the Indian creators walking at Cannes, even though they were not small names and they were also on the cover of Forbes India magazine. So I wonder why so much hate. I also wanted to talk about the recent deal between Reliance and Shein. Shein is basically entering the Indian market after 3 years of ban. Let's begin today's episode. Reliance India has recently announced their deal with Shein, where they are bringing back the brand under their own banner. So we all know Shein was one of the apps that was banned by the Ministry of Electronics in like June 2020. तो कुछ 3 साल हो गए, 40-50 Chinese apps बैन कर दिए थे, including the app TikTok. Shein is an extremely popular app, shopping app for the millennials because of their trendy clothing items. Like, I'm literally air quoting trendy clothing items. I can only hope कि Gen Z is smarter and understands the impact of extreme consumption and this extreme textile dump on the environment. What happened to Make in India is my question. Vocal for local ko kya ho gaya? Do we really need more international brands coming to India and selling it to the Indian market? I mean, we have the manpower. We should be ruling, no? We should be like setting our own stores abroad globally. Like अपना, मेरे को तो लगता है अपना policy ज़्यादा flexible है for these big brands to come in and adjust and settle down. But अगर हम वही store वहाँ पे खोलने जाए तो शायद it would be very difficult. Yeah. Shein has been under fire for so many problematic reasons in the US. I'm just as I was doing the research, I've come across a couple of articles. I think I was reading Business Insider, I was reading Forbes. There were like a couple of articles, and these like 4 or 5 point have been pretty consistent. Let me share it with you guys. Number 1, use of terrible quality of clothing made from polyester nylon. I hate it when I pay for an item that will not last me more than 10 wear. मतलब मैंने 100 रुपया दिया है तो मेरे को एटलीस्ट 10 बार तो टी शर्ट पहनने को हो ना. मैं 2 बार पहनी और फट गया तो क्या पॉइंट हो गया, राइट? सो आई बॉट इट सो it can serve its purpose basically 10 बार. And also by the way, ये polyester nylon के कपड़े 20 to 200 years लगते हैं डिकम्पोज होने को. सो इट्स नॉट इवन वर्थ बाइंग. एंड ऑल्सो इंडिया इज़ सो गॉड डैम हॉट. अगर आप कॉटन के कपड़े नहीं पहन रहे हो तो आई वॉन्ट टू मीट यू, कम एंड मीट यू एंड शेक योर हैंड्स. लाइक चुपती जलती गर्मी कैसे कैसे डील कर रहे हो पाउडर डाल के? ओके. Number 2, they are known to steal designs from minority designers, which is raging incredibly. Like, I'm angry because I've heard this happen and I've seen videos. Maybe we might even see now some knockoffs of Sabyasachi and Manish Malhotra on the app. हो सकता है ऐसा, we don't know, because हमें तो वो ज़्यादा पसंद है, right? So rich is getting richer. The question is, are we robbing our local market vendors by buying these products from these international corporation? Like अपना पैसा इंडिया के बाहर जा रहा है टेक्निकली, अगर हम ऐसे इंटरनेशनल फॉरेन ब्रांड से बाय कर रहे हैं तो, वर्सेस अगर हम सरोजनी, कोलाबा, बंजारा या हिल रोड से भी बाय कर रहे हो. पैसा अपना ही है, अंदर ही रहेगा, अपने पास ही लोकल वेंडर्स के पास पैसा रहेगा, राइट? सो मे बी, राइट, मे बी नॉट. डू वी choose shop local or look at cheaper options like Shein, Daiso, Miniso? I don't know. What do you think? They are in the news for bad working conditions. Although they say that they are committed, but every country, उनका ऐसे बोलना है, हर country का अपना रूल होता है, अपने एज रेस्ट्रिक्शंस होते हैं इन देयर लेबर लॉ. तो उन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिया था कि यार बांग्लादेश अलाउज एज यंग एज 12-year-old टू डू लाइट वर्क in non-hazardous places, and at the age of 15 they are allowed to enter the workforce as a full-timer. I cannot believe it. Do we even like know what are the working conditions like for a 15-year-old? हम क्या कर रहे थे 15 साल में? Shit. Anyways, cheap clothes simply mean, अब उनका यही है trendy clothes hai, and they are also very cheap, and that is why they have so much audience, right? So cheap clothes simply mean use of more synthetic fiber like polyester, nylon. These fabrics approximately, as I said, takes 200 years to decay, due to which there is already a rise in global textile waste. ये बहुत बहुत ख़राब चीज़ है. एंड ऑल्सो ये जो टेक्सटाइल को लोग कलर करते हैं, डाई करते हैं, टेक्सटाइल डाइंग जो प्रोसेस होता है, इट इज़ द सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ रिवर पोल्यूशन. सादा साफ पानी नहीं मिलता है यहाँ पे, एंड दिस इज़ द सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ रिवर पोल्यूशन, टेक्सटाइल डाइंग. I also read here they are dropping like 700 to 1000 new designs every single day. What is happening? And that too, they are combining it with ultra low prices. Shein is able to influence its buyer to buy more and buy more frequently, worsening the issue of global rise in textile waste. मतलब हम पहन रहे हैं, 2 बार पहनते हैं, फेंक देते हैं, फिर नया लेते हैं, फिर नया लेते हैं, 100 रुपये का ही है, 100 रुपये का ही, 100 रुपये का ही. पर हो क्या रहा है? लाइक यू गॉट टू लाइक रियली, आप ऐसा चेहरा घुमा नहीं सकते हो. यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड योर प्रॉब्लम. इट्स जस्ट गोइंग टू पॉइल अप एंड इट्स गोइंग टू गेट वर्स. माई गॉड, इज नो फ्यूचर. मेरे को डर लगता है कभी कभी. नाउ if you're with me here and you'll be asking, if you follow me on Instagram, you're like, but Aditi, you also buy fast fashion, right? What's up with that? Yes, sadly I do buy it, but I am extremely conscious about my need for it. Like, do I need to buy? मतलब ज़रूरत है क्या? काम चल सकता है क्या? अभी जो आइटम है अभी वार्डरोब में, उससे काम चल सकता है कि ज़रूरी है क्या बाय करना? आई हैव टू आस्क माई सेल्फ ट्वाइस. ज़रूरत है तो ही बाय करूँ, एंड जब तक फटता नहीं है कपड़ा तब तक क्यों बाय करना है? सो देन आई मेक श्योर दैट आई कीप वेयरिंग 4 t-shirts and 2 jeans every single rotation में, every other day, so that I'm very conscious about it. And if let's assume for a second कि आप मेरे सास हो, you're my mother-in-law, I'm your daughter-in-law, आप, हमारा झगड़ा हुआ, आपने मेरे को घर से बाहर हकाल दिया कि बोल रहे हो बैग पैक करो, निकल जा घर पे. And so now here I am. I kid you not, right now I only have 2 bags, and 2 bags में मेरे पूरे कपड़े आ जाएंगे. I have इतना कम कपड़ा. Maybe 2 bags is still a lot, I don't know, but I can fit everything in 2 bags and call it a day. That's what I'm saying. And yes, my clothing are 99.9% cotton. I cannot deal with so much garmi. Anyways, Reliance India, I'm sure this deal might make you even ultra mega rich than you already are, I mean. But where do you draw the line? Where are the ethics and the morals? Aren't billionaires supposed to give a fuck about, the long-term impact of this collaboration on the environment, especially in India? Like, already itna garam hai, global warming ho raha hai. Do we really want this? Considering, I mean, we've already crossed China in the population growth, and with the lack of resources, clean water, just यही बचा है सिर्फ. This would kill us all. Okay. Enough with the heavy chit chat. Let's talk about the Cannes Film Festival. So for the two of you who don't know, Cannes Film Festival is basically a film festival which basically previews new films of all genres, including documentaries from all around the world. I think something very similar is what we have here in Mumbai called Geomami Indian Film Festival. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Geomami hota hai, yes. So Indian celebrities are seen every year walking the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival. Amongst them, popular, well-known celebrities are Aishwarya Rai, because I think she's a global brand ambassador. She works with L'Oreal shows, so she's always invited back. And in fact, I think her movie was previewed, Devdas was previewed at the Cannes, so to banta hi hai veteran bolenge, veteran actor, I guess. And not even just her, I think there were other notable figures at the Cannes seen previously: Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Sonam Kapoor Ahuja, Deepika Padukone, Bhavnani, I don't even know her last name, I'm sorry, Vidya Balan, Malika Sherawat, Kangna. Like, they're like incredible bunch of celebrities, actors basically, who were previously invited. This time around, Indian creators via Brute India were invited to Cannes Film Festival. There was Aman Gupta from The Boat. You must have had a product by him in your hand at this point. Someone or the other in your house might have it. Earphones by Boat. I'm sure you must be pretty well aware about Boat. Dolly Singh, she's a well-known creator on Instagram. She was representing Ajio as well as Brute. Ranveer Alabadia, Masoom Vinawala, Ruhi Dosani, Niharika NM, Kusha Kapila was also there. Like, a lot of big names. They're not small, of course. They have made a name for themselves. For those who don't know, Brute is the fastest growing digital video publisher in the country, and as much as I could dig in, they partnered, I think, with Monk Entertainment, that's Ranveer's company, to bring some of the Indian creators along with them. So now, when the news broke out, people were brutal. Of course, people have to let their opinions know and say it out loud. Everyone is, just trying to make sense of why ये creators, YouTubers कैसे पहुंच गए कांस फिल्म फेस्टिवल में, और इन लोगों का क्या लेना देना है, यूट्यूबर्स का क्या स्पेसिफिकली लेना देना है फिल्म्स के साथ. फिल्म फेस्टिवल है वो तो, और वहाँ पे तो मोस्टली दिग्गज, लाइक एब्सोल्यूट ब्रिलियंट, क्या बोलते हैं, एक्टर्स, लाइक बिग नेम एक्टर्स आते हैं. सो इन लोग का क्या रिलेशन है. रीडिंग टू यू गाइज सम कमेंट्स फ्रॉम द ब्रूट इंडिया इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट, जो लोगों ने उनके इस पे छोड़ा था वीडियो पे. नंबर 1, आई डोंट नो पर्सनली, nobody really knows anything about the festival. They are just walking the red carpet. The end. Someone else commented, it's sad to see that nowadays these film festivals are becoming more and more like fashion shows. Somebody else also said, Manik Chand Cannes Film Festival. Someone else said, I thought these things were prestigious. Just got to know you can buy tickets to this and walk the red carpet. Yes, pretty much, guys. Cannes is not associated with any creators unless your film is nominated or you are one of the jury members like Kangana or Deepika were. In fact, you guys, actor एक और एक थी. So the screenwriter, she's a screenwriter, she's an actor, she's a director. I don't know if you all are aware about her, Nandita Das. Her work is supremely popular. Salaam Bombay, Manto, like lot of great, like incredible movies she's done. So she took to Instagram saying some people seem to forgotten that it's a festival of films and not of clothing. Oh my god. I'm telling you, it was such a mixed batch of reactions, offensive, defensive. एक हाथ दो डिफेंसिव रिएक्शन भी पढ़ के बता दूं. अब इतने सारे ऑफेंसिव कमेंट थे तो अच्छे भी थे 2-4. So it was something along this line. Honestly, these comment section shows how Indians demean Indians only. When foreigners came to Ambani's event, everyone was ecstatic. Stand up for your own people. They're not wrong, like whoever left this comment. Then another one said, Indians should be happy and supportive towards fellow Indians making it to such international platform. Here we go in the comments, people complaining why they were invited. She had her own achievement. She's not just another influencer. I think this was towards Dolly. But they're not wrong. Like, these people have made a solid dent. YouTube creators have faced so much hate, but let's not forget these people hold a lot of influence. They are the best, PR for any event. They have the numbers to prove it. The marketing that they bring is very niche and probably more penetrative than the big star names, especially on the short video platforms. I think you would recognize Ranveer or Masoom or Dolly quicker than you would recognize anybody else, because इतना मेहनत करके सेल्फ मेड है ना सब लोग. कोई किसी का कोई नेपो का कोई सवाल ही नहीं आता इसमें. So it makes sense. In the business world, aka the numbers talk a lot, and the more you give attention, the more money is made, the more interaction happens. And yeah, irrespective of whether they were invited to a movie premiere or not, आपको क्या करना है, right? That's it for today, guys. Sorry if this episode felt a little bit scripted. I'm trying my best, and I know I can do even better than this. So until next time, bye.